Greetings, Hallowmaniacs, and welcome to another 31 Days of Halloween video.
Today we're going to stop in at Motor City Antiques in Flat Rock, Michigan. This is one of our favorite local antique shops.
This has so many blow molds. I like to call it the blow mold capital of the world.
Yes, it indeed is, and we are super excited to see what they have for spooky season. So let's check it out. And it sure is looking like Halloween is right around the corner with these duo banjo playing skeletons.
Oh, I love those. Those are so cool.
They are pretty neat. Yeah. Pretty unique, I must say.
There was a lot of orange alert going on in here. And sometimes, too, I just wanted to always, though some things may not be Halloween, I could definitely put it in my Halloween display.
Hey, it kind of falls into that fall, harvesty, spooky type of vibe, right? So I guess it all belongs the same.
Absolutely. I mean, look at this chandelier up here. I mean, I thought that kind of gave total autumn, spooky season vibes.
Absolutely.
Right there.
That would look really cool as part of like a Halloween setup or decor, or set your house up with that. It would look super sweet.
This was something that was so funny. And guys, this came home with us. I thought it was so adorable. I don't know why, but like this little corn on the cob kind of with the little googly eyes like that, I fell in love.
He spoke to you.
He did.
They nicknamed him the Colonel.
And for you fans out there that like E.T., this is a cool throwback.
Those tin lunchboxes go for a decent amount of money, too. And sometimes the older the better. And definitely E.T. is a classic.
Absolutely. And as we kind of moseyed along, we were finding all kinds of just Halloween spread throughout. So these are some great, they even had little Halloween miniatures.
I like the Oogie Boogie and the Jack Skellington. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. I was liking this. It's like a vintage inspired Halloween, the black cat right there. I love that orange and black color.
Definitely fits that vintage Halloween time period for sure. We're seeing a lot of that kind of design and that image pop up, even with some of the modern decor that's out there now. I
really do feel like this is a year where I've seen more vintage inspired Halloween coming back into modern Halloween. And I'm loving it. I'm here for it.
You know, we talked to other antique dealers and vendors, and they say the Halloween stuff is flying off the shelves. Look at this super cool Rosboro candy container. That cat, that's $395 though. Super cool though.
They are very expensive, but I mean, the Rosboros, like this vendor in particular, you know, he or she has so many great just vintage Halloween. If you love vintage Halloween, it's like going into a museum of it.
Look at this. These are Joanna Parker, so these are a little bit newer, but look at some of the other, you know, vintage stuff that you're going to see here. I see a multitude of different candy containers there. I see the old school paper mache jack-o'-lantern. That's pretty cool. I mean, there's a ton of cool stuff. And those witch Rosboro ones, the one in the rocket, there's a couple of them there. Those are super rare. You barely ever see those.
Yeah, and they're, you know, getting close to, a lot of them were like the 50s.
Yep.
You know,
50s, 60s time period. Yep.
I mean, as sad as, you know, that's a long time away.
It sure is. When you think about it, time is flying by, and they're already kind of old. I mean, they've been seasoned and around for quite some time.
Yeah, this is definitely a dangerous place for me to be in here, because I see so many things. I'm like, oh, I love that. Oh, I want that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, a little bit more on the pricey side, though, so that kind of stops a ton of purchases from coming home, just the price tags. But there is some cool stuff. I can't deny that.
That's right. You could drain your bank account going in
very, very easily. Absolutely.
But it's great because you could see a lot of different pieces, maybe different, like for me, the Rosbros. There's some that are finding that I never even knew existed.
I know. I've always said in the past, like once you go down the rabbit hole, like there's all these new collecting pathways that you didn't know exist. And man, oh man, it's like hard to keep up with.
And this one is great because they'll go ahead, you know, kind of rotate. There's always a little bit of every season, I feel like, year round, but you'll definitely get like more as we get closer to Halloween. A lot of different vintage items will come out that, you know, you haven't seen all year round. And it's just,
for sure.
Yeah, like a little museum. I love the noisemaker back there. Just so many things. You'll see Casper. I can kind of see the eyes peeking out down there as well.
There's, I think that's I don't know if that's a tambourine or a noisemaker with the witch right there with the hoop earrings. I've seen that image before. That's a pretty old image.
Yeah, a lot of classic images and sometimes they'll put like the face like you see right there with the witch. It'll be on a different kind of noisemaker, and then it'll be on the tambourine. So they used it for multiple different noisemakers.
Yeah, really cool pieces regardless though. Really, really neat stuff.
But we're even seeing some things from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, all different decades. And yeah, it's just a great place for lovers of vintage Halloween.
Yeah, something for everybody. No matter the decade that it was kind of constructed or manufactured in, you can definitely find some really cool stuff to take home.
Those right there, I love that cats. I believe it's from the 1960s or so, but the plates right there, I love that imagery with like the 3 cats right there with the full moon.
Yes. And here we go entering blow mold haven right here with all these really cool Halloween blow molds. You know, we've seen a couple that we have, a couple that we don't have, but there's some really, really cool variety here.
Yeah, we have definitely purchased some blow molds from this actual antique store in the past, and some of our favorite ones, and ones that we'll probably be decorating with this year.
Yes. They like to have really crazy prices, like crazy as in like fun, like 88, you know, like weird numerology. So some of those pricing on these options are very unique and different.
Yeah, sometimes you'll even say 55.
Yes, exactly.
This is a classic one. So yeah, if you definitely love the Halloween, you got to have the classic jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, absolutely.
This one right here was a little bit newer, I think more modern, and you can tell always the modern from the vintage, especially based on some of them if they have like the LED lights,
yes.
The plugs that are used in the back. So you can always, if it's battery operated versus plug, I mean, those are all major clues if you're looking at a vintage one versus a modern.
Yep. Yeah, there's been a really cool selection. You know, we saw a little bit earlier the Cracker Barrel Haunted House one that was there. Here's you got a more traditional, 7888, the traditional ghost with pumpkins. So some really cool variety here, you know, from a little bit older to a little bit more modern, but there are blow molds left and right.
And which is great because if you are a fan maybe of more of the modern ones, or you want just a vintage one, it's nice to go in a place where they're all there, and maybe you'll find one that maybe you didn't know about before.
Yeah, could have taken that ghost home for $58.88.
Yeah, which is I think a great price for that one.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one of my favorite ones, the ghost right there. Here's another classic jack-o'-lantern. This is a great one too. I love the pumpkin.
Yeah, that guy's pretty cool.
Here, they had a lot of different kind of more modern, and the jack-o'-lanterns right there, but I love this one right here.
Those stand ones are cool, kind of like trick-or-treat stand ones. I could see those being set up in the front yard, and these alien ones are super rare, super tough to find. I think that's why they're marked firm, but a really tough blow mold to find.
They're a rare piece, and I know we've said before how your parents snagged one at a garage sale.
They did, for a couple bucks. Yeah. I can't believe it. Go for $200+ now. It's insane.
There you can see the 3 jack-o'-lanterns, Don Featherstone. So Don Featherstone has a lot of great blow molds, especially from the 80s and 90s. You'll see quite a bit of them kind of scattered throughout this shop here.
Donnie Boy's got some classics.
Yeah, some really good ones.
Absolutely.
This is really unique. It's kind of Christmas and Halloween all mixed in as one. Never seen that before, but just so many different ones. I love the owl right there. That's really cool. And you can see it not only just Halloween blow molds, so if you're kind of looking to get Christmas ones, they had Valentine's Day, all kinds of different holidays.
Something for everybody, I'm telling you. There's got to be something here that you can find that kind of tugs at your holiday heartstrings and says, take me home. There's
another ghost. I was seeing quite a bit of those, so it may be more of a common one. I really like that one right there, the stoplight.
Yeah, that is cool. Is this another Don Featherstone one? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's another kind of tall, slender one up there. Saw another one of the ghost ones with the pumpkin. I mean, that one was out in all different aisles there.
Yes.
But look at all the different ones up here. Jack Skellington.
I like the Out of Candy Boo sign. That's cool. That's different.
Yeah. And there were some modern ones here. I love the vintage Empire, Union, Bayshore.
Yes. Gotta love the classics.
There are so many great ones here. And another classic jack-o'-lantern face. And this one I think came out, I want to say that was at home this year.
Yeah, you're right.
And Minions. They are so adorable.
Old school owl. You don't see many of the owl. And usually when you see them, either it's discolored or the beak is messed up. And that one's a little discolored, but the beak is like a vibrant, dark black color. It's pretty cool looking.
I love that owl one. That is a great one. I think in one of Shiny Bright Doggos, one of their videos, they actually snagged that in one of the Goodwill bins.
Oh, I can't believe that. It's like a dream find.
That was...
They find the greatest stuff.
So, awesome find there. Here we had some creepy dolls. These were just somebody's own take on it, and
Yeah, I can pass on those.
They were looking creepy, though.
Not a fan of the dolls, I will say that.
But it would be a great piece to display in your Halloween setup.
That's very true. Definitely creep people out.
Well, Joe, I didn't want to tell you like this, but I got you one for Christmas.
Oh, great. Can't wait. Christmas is coming early.
That's right. Here, one of my favorite things and kind of what started my love of vintage Halloween was melted popcorn decorations. I had to have the jack-o'-lantern one right here. That was my first vintage Halloween piece that I ever got.
So that's the guy that started it all right there.
He did. You can blame him, Joe, for cluttering the house.
Or thank him.
Yeah.
Because we do enjoy this, right? You collect because you enjoy.
And they're all unique. And yep, that was a piece that started it all.
Goosebumps. Oh man, such a great series. Like R.L. Stine, amazing author with his storylines. And we actually met Tim Jacobus, the illustrator, at C2E2 this past year in Chicago.
Yes, that was so if you love Goosebumps, you'll definitely want to check out our C2E2 video that we did. We saw a lot of great different kind of spins and illustrators. And
he was a super cool guy and told us a little bit of the story of how he got started and stuff like that. So really cool to check that out.
Look at these glasses right here. Those are so cool. And then I love this, the Pez containers. This was like a little bit of Halloween.
So like Fun World stuff, it looks like almost.
I think they came from 2004. They were candy containers, that skull on the back with the Dracula kind of. This kind of almost looks like a Dracula Frankenstein with the green.
It does.
Yeah, I think they're from 2004. Some just great old vintage pins. I think there was like postcards in there as well. Definitely the little flashlight there with the skull. All kinds of cool things.
There is. And just when you think you've seen it all, you come across more stuff. That's cool. Look at that. The old school VHS cover.
It is. And it's actually a different kind of cover from the one that I'm used to.
Yeah,
that was a different spin on it. And then they also had, look at this, Michael Myers.
That's pretty cool. Funko Pop. I like it.
I like that.
Spirit Halloween exclusive, it looks like.
Yeah, and you get the whole house with it.
That's awesome.
That's pretty neat. We're kind of moving on. We kind of found some more Halloween scattered about. Here was like an old motionette. That's a classic witch right there. So here we had like a little bit of you can see Ty Beanie Babies right there. I've never seen this one right here. It was a skull.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, kind of a neat little piece. I definitely have seen these two before, the ghost and the little pumpkin right here. That's a classic one. Love those. But a lot of just Halloween scatter. You had old vintage McDonald buckets right there, as well as, I think that's more of a modern kind of jack-o'-lantern blow mold there that was released, I want to say Walmart last year. Walmart, Target, but it's more modern. So, and then kind of going through, look at this right here, some window clings and different things like that. And yeah, just different takes on everything and a little smorgasbord of everything.
I would definitely say so. Even these ceramic pieces or these light-up pieces, those are pretty cool. Another cool price tag on this guy, $18.88. So they're going with the 8 themes. I like that. So that's pretty cool.
Must be a thing for the vendors. Like, price it fun. Give that.
Put an 8 in there. Yeah. It'll sell. Look 55.55. There we go.
See? But that was a cool piece. The little witch. You could have the box up there. And then I think she was actually displayed on the counter over there. Here, I saw these. I think this is at Dollar Tree this year.
Oh, okay.
But different motion pictures here. I like how you get, when you look at it one certain way, then you turn it, you get the creepy and the nice
transforms.
version.
Look at that. That's a kind of like a 3D type thing. I like that.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. It's like reaching out to get ya.
Yeah, no, that's pretty awesome. I like that.
Yeah, but that was a cool piece. Just so many different things. And then here was another one of those.
Another 3D piece.
Yeah, creepy, and then you get the nice version. So, what has been your favorite?
Oh man, I'm still a sucker for the blow molds. Out of everything, I still love some of the blow molds that they have out there too. So I'm definitely going to probably go with one of those.
Yeah, I love all the Rosbro piece. I mean, it's too hard to choose, right?
The problem is all the storage with the blow molds. They're amazing and you love them, but it's like, oh, where do I put them all?
Exactly. Here's a great piece. So this is actually, I think Cracker Barrel salt and pepper shakers. A lot of those from different years. I think that might even be current with the I know definitely the Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. One of my favorite. I love those little chalice cups up there.
Skull goblets. I like it.
Yeah, those are so cool. I've actually snagged a couple of those, and so while I've been thrifting the last year or so.
They may have to make an appearance at this year's Halloween party, I think.
They did it last year's.
And this year.
Yeah.
They'll be out again.
one of last year's themes for our house was actually a skeleton theme in one of the rooms, and
yes,
they're having a party. Those skeletons were really drinking out of the chalice cups, and
oh yeah, we're going to take you guys into our domain this year to see kind of what we came up with some of our theming and decorating. So look forward to that on this playlist as well.
Yeah, and we're going to definitely show too, and I know we're so backed up with it, but a lot of our most recent hauls are going to be on display in the decorations that we have this year.
Yes, and we'll call out, where we got from where and when, kind of that time period, but it's just been really crazy getting these videos put together and putting away all the Halloween merch, so we're going to have to approach it a little bit differently this year.
I actually think it's better because you get to see it decorated.
In action and kind of in the setup. I totally agree.
These were awesome masks. I really like these, especially that skull that kind of has a piece that goes over the neck. I like that there. And then
you didn't like the fuzzy bunny one?
I don't like the Easter bunny.
I know you don't.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one.
There you go. If you're bored and you want to send Steph a Halloween postcard, just find one with a crazy looking bunny on it. She'll love it.
No, I don't. I do not care for the Easter bunny. It's creepy. That's scarier than anything that you can find on Halloween.
Truth.
But this is great. I love the little skulls here. And this was a unique, so Crow Funeral Home actually had a sign up there. And I love how they put it with the crows and the skeletons up there.
Well played.
Yeah. And then it's kind of neat. They have some unique pieces. So they actually had an airplane kind of prop up there as well as with the skeleton in there.
It's a pretty big piece too. It's super cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of unique pieces. And it was just so much fun to see kind of how you decorate it and make it spooky season.
Yeah, and we always see new stuff in there too. That's what I really like. Is the vendors are really good about rotating their stock and putting new stuff in, especially for Halloween season. So you're definitely finding lots of cool stuff here.
Absolutely. And I like that right there. It's kind of like somebody's own homemade craft, it looks
like. It's got character. Oh, look at this guy. Kind of like vintage. I don't know if that's one of the original ones. I know you could tell at the bottom usually if it's original paper mache jack-o'-lantern. I'm guessing that one might be reproduction, but
I want to say I peeked under and I don't think it was, but
was it original?
No, I don't think it was.
Yeah, it's probably a repo, but it looks cool. It's one of the classic faces.
So if you ever are wondering how to tell a vintage, like really from like the 20s and around that time era versus one that was maybe more modern, that was a repo, is on the bottom. You'll see like that indentation of the mold.
It's like that swirl.
It's like mold. A circle. Yeah. You'll see it where the other ones are flat. So it's kind of how you tell. And
you taught me that trick. I didn't know that previously.
Yeah. Research and even the repos though, they can be very expensive too.
Oh yes.
And they're all great pieces. I mean, it's just a classic decoration.
For sure.
I love, speaking of classic, I love this right here, the witch with the owl. And then we took a look right here. We found some really nice cards and postcards, and we were kind of just, Joe was kind of going through them as I had a chance to look and film it. And I love these. I don't think these are they're repos, but they're still just great with that vintage classic look. Yeah,
they're super cool, man. Another collection path down the rabbit hole is like these vintage Halloween postcards, but they're just so cool. Like, they're just amazing. Like, I would have loved to received one of these in the mail. I think that would have been so cool, for Halloween.
And we ordered like one of our first, like we actually got a vintage Halloween postcard, and I love it because it had the actual message, and it was from like 1909 or 1910, and it had like that person's handwriting, and it just really told a story.
Yeah, that's the best part about this. I mean, this is like Halloween history, and it tells a story, it's super cool.
And it was nice just to see how they actually worded things, and it's differently.
Yes.
So those are really cool pieces, I think, if you could find them.
Absolutely.
More great pieces are die cuts. And here we found a pile of probably more so like 80s, 90s die cuts. But
how do you guys store your die cuts? If you do collect Halloween die cuts, would love to hear, what best practices or ways you guys store these. Because I love them, but I'm like paranoid that they're going to get bent or not maintained well. And
me too.
Curious to hear what folks are doing out there to store these bad boys.
You got to be very careful, and I think have them kind of all probably between cardboard, but I'd love to hear best practices.
For sure. Because I'm sure at some point we'll probably start collecting some of these or something at some point, but gotta be a little choosy here and there too, selective.
Never want to have something that I break. No, that would be devastating.
That'd be a terrible experience for sure.
And this was a really great kind of, I love the color on this right here.
It's like that sturdy metal sign bat that you could probably put in your front lawn or your backyard. Same with this pumpkin, would look super cool, kind of decking things all out for Halloween for, the season, which I think is pretty cool.
And I'm sure they probably had great, like those fun prices.
Oh, you can't beat that, right? It's all about the numerology.
It is. But yeah, there's so many great things. I love these little Frankenstein little miniature buckets right there. I believe I actually took one home.
Yes, you did. We brought one of those home to add to your collection of mini Halloween buckets.
There's just so many. You can't leave one behind.
No, you definitely can't. And there's going to be coming up here too. Oh, 777. Gotta love that. This guy came home with us too. Been on the lookout for this guy. I love the face on him. Super cool. Was a great price as well. And definitely will be added to the Halloween display this year for sure. So you'll be seeing this guy in the Halloween decor.
All right, guys, I think that's going to do it. Hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane. Stay tuned for more videos, and remember to always
stay spooky.
Trick or treat.